Ela Sue. Call me blue. Check the news. I'm Texas with the moves. From where everything is bigger, boy, writing's what I do.
Guys, this is take two.
For real. This is really take two.
This is really take two of the Chute Club. We got 28 minutes into our podcast a while ago when we had some technical difficulties. Lost power and we lost audio.
We lost everything.
We lost everything.
Actually, except this camera, the ISO camera, it did catch all of that. So, you know what? I'll try to play like a blooper of like that moment where we're like, oh.
Yeah.
And then we'll read them. I'll
Did I unplug that?
Yeah.
Both of them? Technical difficulties. Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah.
But
hey, welcome back again.
Welcome back again. I guess earlier we just kind of talked about how my day started and how I kept you waiting here pretty much all day.
Until now it's 10:58 p.m.
It's 10:58 p.m. now. That's interesting. So today my day started off pretty eventful, I guess. Me and my lovely girlfriend, we went down and picked up another horse.
How many horses you got now?
There's probably like 15 or 16 at the barn. 14.
How many of those are yours?
2 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 of those are mine, and the rest are either hers, her sister's, her mom's. There's a bunch there, and there's 2 horses for sale there. So yeah.
Okay. Anybody out there?
If anybody wants to go buy them, let me know.
How much is a horse going for? How much are these horses going for?
I believe one of them is going for about $1,500, and the other one's about $3,000.
But what's the upkeep, right? Because I could afford to buy the horse. Could I afford to keep a horse?
That's a question for yourself and
that's
your
a
resources.
big question,
it's
right?
Your resources. So if you have a lot of pasture space, you probably won't need as much, but if you got to board them or keep them stalled up, that's when it kind of gets more expensive. And then depending on what you want to do with them, it gets more expensive. And then if you're like my girlfriend and you barrel race, it's even more expensive.
Got it, because you got to haul them around.
You got to haul them around.
Okay.
She's got all these crazy
you gotta brush them?
And yeah, you got to do all kinds of stuff. So if you can't take care of a dog, if you can't take care of a dog, don't get a horse.
Yeah, definitely don't.
I can guarantee that.
Definitely not.
They eat a lot more than a dog. So don't think you can pay $500 for a horse, which you probably can find some that aren't that good for $500.
Right.
But don't think you can pay $500 for a horse and that's where it stops. And then you got to count in those vet bills. And
that's just overwhelming to me.
It is.
It is. I don't know. I'm definitely not at the Max level, and I know we're going to talk a lot about Max today. Max Maxwell, for those who are new to the show, jumping in episode 2, he's the person who, he didn't discover you, but he elevated your game, so to speak, in the marketing world of rodeo.
Yeah, most definitely.
He could afford a horse.
Oh yeah. Oh, he
has 4.
He has 4 of them.
Right.
And then he's went ahead and bought him a ranch on 20 acres.
Yeah, shoot.
Built this, I think it's 40 by 80 barn. And
he bought all the way in to rodeo.
Oh yeah, like when Max got into it, and we'll kind of talk about how me and Max introduced earlier. But whenever he got into rodeo, like he had always said, whenever he talked to me before he really got into it, he was like, "Man, I've always wanted a horse," and then he got into bull riding and the Western lifestyle, and he engulfed himself in it. Like it went from the first time of us actually getting together and going to an event and him eating like clothes to wear.
Yeah.
He went from wearing
trying to blend
in, accidentally buying purple pants from Boot Barn. Didn't realize they were purple until he walked out of the store with them on and into the sun. To maybe a few short months later, he was leasing to buy another ranch.
Right, another ranch.
Yeah,
that's right. We were over there,
which actually ended up falling through some miscommunications there. And
did a lot of work over there.
We did
cleared so much brush.
I mean, you can go back on his YouTube and find those videos.
Yeah, we got some drone shots. We're walking out, putting up the electric fence,
and then redoing the whole entire barn. We had pretty much started.
I had totally forgot about that place for a minute.
He leased that. He went from 1 horse. 3 weeks later, he had 4 horses.
Right,
and really embraced the Western lifestyle, and I thought that was so cool for him doing that, and now he's continuing to stay into it. He doesn't have as much time to ride as he'd probably like to, but once his property's done, he'll have those off days where he can just ride his horses on his property, and then
once that grass grows,
man,
it's been taking him forever to get that to grow.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was doing a pretty good job when I went and planted grass that first time, and it started to grow, and then I think a cold snap came through and just froze it all up. And
it's the time of year. I mean, I know the city wanted him to have grass and show that he could do it, and it's like, hey, guy, it's October. Yeah. I know it's North Carolina, it's still warm, but it's not the right time to be planting grass.
And, then right after that, it gets super cold, and all the grass that started to grow, it kind of just tanked.
So what's he got to do, wait for the spring?
Man, I guess you just got to plant.
Trying?
Yeah, he's got some like winter mixed grasses planted, I think, now, and hopefully that starts growing here pretty soon.
Winter mixed. Didn't even know that was a thing.
It's like ryegrass and some other grasses that fare really well in the winter, but don't do as well in the summer. So I don't know how he's going to get that going, but he's got to get grass in there pretty fast.
So I know we started off talking about you taking care of the horses today. I had a lot going on today, too. Mostly just calls, doing agent stuff. Just like contracts.
That's big dog stuff.
Just trying to get you guys paid.
Welcoming new guys to the team.
Yeah, welcoming new guys to the team, actually. Yeah. By the time this comes out, people will know that we just signed Eli Vassbinder to the agency.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I'm pumped. I love that guy.
I mean, if you didn't catch last week's episode, we talked a pretty good bit about Eli
we
for
did.
a second. So,
it was a foreshadowing, I guess.
Yeah, so if y'all go ahead and go check out that video, you can hear about Eli's World Finals experience. Yeah. And I think that's really cool. So I'm going to invite y'all to go check that out as soon as possible.
And follow him on Instagram. I'll put it up on the screen. I don't know what it is offhand.
I think it's pretty much Eli Vassbinder.
Hopefully. That'd be great if he got his own
I think
name.
I think it is. So, I mean, it's probably...
Right now. I gotta know.
I don't think anybody really has the name Eli Vassbinder.
If there's another Eli Vassbinder out there watching this, just let me know.
Yeah, comment, please. Let us know.
Eli
Vassbinder.
You know it? Yep, all one word.
All one word.
How about that?
Well,
welcome to the squad, man.
Yeah.
So he's another bull rider on the team, but you've told me, and when I got into the sport, I didn't realize that not all bull riders didn't ride horses. I thought everybody in the Western world just rode horses like all the movies. You know? That was my naive mind coming in.
No, there's plenty of guys out there that are terrified of horses.
Yeah.
And have never been on one, never will get on one.
But you told me a story about somebody who gets on horses but is terrified of them.
Yeah, so I believe it was my first year making the college finals. I guess that was in 2017. I made the college national finals.
Back.
Yeah,
17.
And I had a good buddy of mine. I won't say his name, but it is pretty funny.
I guess if you know him, you figured it out by now.
He rides bareback horses. So for the fans out there that don't really pay attention to a lot of different rodeo events, the bareback riding is where you literally get on a bucking horse, and all that is fixed to him is pretty much a suitcase handle made out of leather and rawhide that straps around this horse, kind of like a saddle wood.
How big is that?
It's probably about this wide. Okay.
And you're just putting your hand in.
You put your hand in there, and it literally looks just like a suitcase handle, but it's fixed straight up and down. And they do a lot of setting up and making it fit to where it actually fits your hand perfectly. But he does that. And the funniest part about it is when you win the college national finals, you have to take a victory lap on the horse.
Sounds normal. Okay.
Yeah, so on a regular saddle horse. And him being a guy that's pretty much scared of horses and never rides horses, it was the most hilarious thing to watch him ride around the arena with his hands up here and then the end up there, and it's almost like he's about to fall off. And it's almost like the horse is running full speed, but it almost seems like it's going in slow motion because we're laughing so hard at him. So everybody in that arena was pretty much, all the rodeo competitors were like,
they know.
What is this guy doing? But, I mean, he won the national title, so either way, he
knows kind of what he's doing.
He did something with the horse. But
it's so interesting to have a fear, but to not think about it when you're riding, because I guess you are holding on for dear life.
Yeah, and he just loved the sport of bareback riding.
That is so strange.
Got into it, but doesn't like horses.
I can't even think of another analogy in like another sport.
No.
At all. No. I've got nothing. I got
It's
nothing.
I mean, it'd be like, I guess, Michael Jordan being scared of a basketball.
Right. But if you're playing a game,
Yeah,
okay.
if you're playing a game, it's okay.
Well, we'll try to figure that one
Yeah,
out.
no, yeah. If y'all got any analogies for us, then let us know.
So, okay. So you are a cowboy then through and through because you do ride horses. Would you say every cowboy is a horseback rider? Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. You know, there's a lot of cowboy people that do their work from four-wheelers and stuff like that. There's traditional cowboys. There's all kinds of different cowboys.
I'm a non-traditional cowboy.
Yeah.
Actually, Eli told me I'm a cowboy.
Yeah.
He said so to me.
When he
I
said
don't
that.
have it on video.
When he said it.
All right, so we're in Vegas, and we're talking about stories, this and that, and I guess I told him a good enough story to where he said, you know what, Dave? Nah, heck, you are a cowboy. I was like, Eli, what? I'm like, 3 years in, okay, I'm a cowboy now.
Eli, thank you for making his life complete.
Honorary. I'm in. It's not even honorary anymore.
It's not honorary.
Actual. I got a hat too. I got a winter hat and a straw hat. I know the difference.
See, and you know when to wear them. That's
Yep.
it. Yeah,
I know when to wear them, and I know you keep the ribbon in the back.
Yeah,
and you don't put it on your bed.
Tell everybody at home that one more time.
Just ribbon in the back, and do not put that on your bed.
Because if you come to an event and your ribbon is in the front of your head, that means your hat is on backwards. And Flint,
he's gonna get
we'll call you out.
He's gonna get
So if you want to save yourself the embarrassment, if you never bought a cowboy hat and you want to wear one at the PBR event,
ribbon in the back.
make sure the ribbon's in the back.
Yeah.
Right, let's get a shot of that.
Yeah, see?
Ribbon in the back.
See that?
Yeah.
Real cowboy.
Real cowboy.
Okay, so I think Max, you know, even if after that first day you guys met, okay, even if he just dressed like one, I felt like he already was a real cowboy.
Yeah, he really did embrace the Western lifestyle.
But he found you off of a Vice video.
Vice videos.
Let's go back to there.
Yeah, so very early on, I did a Vice piece with Neil Holmes. At the time, Neil Holmes, I'm guessing this is 20...
It was like summer 2018?
Yeah, 2018. So I shot it maybe in 2017, I'm guessing. And Neil Holmes was pretty much coming off of his career. He was deciding to hang it up.
Yeah.
And they were doing pretty much a video about him being a minority in the sport.
Mm-hmm.
And since he was leaving the sport, they asked him, who do you think is going to be that guy that carries on that torch of a top-tier African-American cowboy? And he said, man, I really don't know this kid that well, but I think his name is Ezekiel Mitchell.
He put that on you.
Yeah. And then that's when they contacted me and was like, hey, you're going to be a part of this Vice piece. But long story short, they go through the ups and downs and the trials of becoming an up-and-coming bull rider. And my biggest thing was I thought financially I wasn't able to get there.
Right. You just weren't even able to make some events.
Yeah. After the hurricane hit and all kinds of stuff, there was things that I had to help take care of back home. And kind of put me at odds for a while. I couldn't really, if I went to a PBR event, it had to be in Texas. It had to be within range. At this time, all I have is this little beat up Monte Carlo. And
so this is before the blue car?
This is before the blue car. This is right before the blue car.
Okay.
So I have this beat up Monte Carlo, and I can only get to where I can get to in that Monte Carlo. Yeah. And I think I bought it for $1,000, and it had 225,000 miles on it.
$1,000 for a car? Yeah, sign me up.
Yeah, so yeah, it was pretty nice. I never got it switched over in my name. I just carried around the bill of sale. I probably drove it for about 4 months.
All right, that's some cowboy shit.
Yeah. And the funniest part about it, and he knows it, it's Roy Doyle, one of our judges, before I got on tour.
Yeah.
His daughter went to college with me, and they sold me that car. And then now me and Roy are friends, and he's like, man, you know I had like $93 worth of toll bills that came to my house. Yeah.
Oh, it just kept getting sent to your house? Like you never paid them?
Yeah. But sorry, Roy. And then after that, I leave the car sitting on the side of the highway because the tire rod blew out. So we jumped on it like a trampoline. And then once we got it pulled over, we jumped on it like a trampoline, threw the keys in the floorboard and took off. Somebody else picked us up and we went to the next bull riding. So, I mean, it was like 3 o'clock at night after a bull ride, and we were headed to another one. So there was no way in the world I was going to pay that tow truck fee, and I'm all the way 3 hours from Houston. There's no way I'm paying for a tow truck to take that car.
Somewhere out in the middle of Texas.
Yeah, we're leaving Nixon, Texas. If anybody knows where that is, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Maybe you came across the white Monte Carlo.
Maybe you did.
It was white, right?
Yeah, white Monte Carlo.
Shoot.
And then, but yeah, after that, Max reached out to me and he asked me. He said, "If money," he commented on one of my Instagram posts. He said, "If money's really the issue, DM me." So I did, and we get to talking. He's like, "Let's meet up." I was like, "Well, actually, I'm going rodeoing for about another 3 weeks, and
So
I will
let down Max.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will be out of town and out of pocket for the next 3 weeks. I'm going to Montana, Wyoming,
Right.
Minnesota.
Going on a
and,
rodeo run.
We're driving this too.
In the blue car.
This is when I get the blue car.
Okay. Because obviously the other card doesn't work.
Yeah, the other car does not
It's
work.
gone.
So we get in the little blue car, and I'm messaging Max. I said, let's just keep in touch. Let's talk, and when I get back, we'll do this. And then he was like, all right, just keep in touch with me, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'll tell you how I'm doing at these rodeos.
Mm-hmm.
Get out there. As soon as I'm done sending that message, my phone crashes. Dead.
What's new?
Yeah. Dead. to
How's
the
your
world.
phone today? A little splintered?
It's good.
It's not dead.
It's not dead. It's got a cracked screen right now.
I feel-
Bull
yeah.
kicked me in the leg and broke my screen.
Okay, so bull riders keep their phones in their pockets
Yeah,
sometimes.
you shouldn't.
Yeah, okay, great. There's a PSA. Don't keep your phone in your
That's why I
pocket.
usually keep it in the locker room, but for some reason, that day I decided to walk out of the locker room and had it in my pocket. And
Okay. It's done.
Next year.
Yeah. Done and done.
broken.
Okay, so your phone
Yeah,
dies.
phone
It
dies.
totally dies.
And then we're spending 3 weeks up in all these areas, and if you've never been there, it's country that goes on for miles and miles, and there's not a ton of big cities in between. So
Right.
there was nowhere really to get my phone fixed. I took it into one place, and they told me they couldn't do nothing for me.
But that's a beautiful part of the country.
Yeah, and it was so beautiful. We went to the Theodore Roosevelt National Park and got to look at Mustangs and just see all this beauty. And you go
Nice.
through Yellowstone, and you see all this beauty without a phone, and you really kind of take in an
It's
appreciation
rare these
for it.
days.
Yeah. So a lot of those places you don't have service anyway.
Right.
Going back now, but
Right.
yeah, but just the thought of not having to worry about social media, and then at that time with that Vice piece, it was so controversial to some people. Some people hated it,
Right.
and some people loved it and they embraced it. Tried to start GoFundMe's and stuff.
A
like
GoFundMe.
That. Yeah, because
Just to help you, because you said, hey, I
Yeah.
can't get to these rodeos.
yeah, and I told people I really didn't want that. I didn't want to be a charity case,
Right.
You know? And then I don't want everybody spending their hard-earned money. I mean, especially some of the people that were trying to start GoFundMe's for me don't have a lot
Yeah.
already that I
Yeah.
knew personally.
Sure.
So,
Like, that's not the point. I'm
yeah.
trying to go earn,
Yeah.
and maybe I could help people like you, like
Yeah.
along the way. I
So-
get that.
Yeah. So we go through that 3 weeks. I end up winning, I think, one of them, and then placing at pretty much all the other ones. And I think I only fell off a few of them. And get back to Texas, and I'm like, dude, this guy. Ain't
So you
gonna-
made some money.
I made some money, like $6,000-7,000.
Not bad.
Yeah, and I was like, well, this guy's not going to want to talk to me because I am literally, I'm an MIM.
you
I ghosted
ghosted him.
Like in this modern age, ghosting is like,
I've been ghosted.
Yeah.
I have ghosted. I've been on both sides of it. I'm guilty as charged. I know how it goes.
ghosting. Yeah, ghosting is bad.
It's bad. But that wasn't the end of the story.
But that wasn't the end of the story. Max, like the great guy he is, yeah, I said, hey, man, my phone's been broke. I've been without a phone for the last 3 weeks. I'm sorry. Do you still want to meet up? And it was crickets for me. It
Tension.
seemed like forever,
Right.
because at first he was texting me back
Right
really
away.
fast.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it was probably like 30 minutes to an hour, and he texted me back. He was like, yeah. But for me, it was like, dang, I really messed
My
this
life
up.
is over,
My
man.
li-
What did I
He was
do?
going to give me money. I need to go rodeo on the road. But he was like, hey, you live in Houston, right? I was like, yeah, somewhat, live there. And he's like, well, how about I come meet you? I'm going to fly down. I live in North Carolina. I'll meet you in Texas and Houston. I was like, oh, come on, dude.
You're going to fly out here
You're
just to
gonna
meet
fly
me.
out. And the original plan was for him to, I think, fly in Sunday, have a pop-up meeting,
Yeah.
and then we eat breakfast Monday.
Because Max does real estate. So he
Yeah.
was doing these free pop-ups around the country. He's trying to 2 for 1.
Yeah, 2 for 1.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh, I can't make it. Let's shoot for Tuesday. I'll do my pop-up on Monday. And I was
So
like,
you think he's flaking?
yeah, I'm like, dude, this guy's flaking on me. Like, this is BS. and got my hopes up for no reason.
But what did you say? Did you say okay?
Yeah, I said, okay, I'll meet you there. And then he shoots me an address called the Breakfast Club in Houston.
Yeah. Been there. Good spot.
Went and sat down and ate with him, and he was like, hey, so what do you need? Like, I was like, man, if you can help me with my flights and my hotels, I mean, that's everything, really. That's what I can't afford right now. And he was like,
not cheap.
yeah. He's like, okay. I was like,
just like that.
Okay. He's like, yeah, all right. What do you need? You need gear too? You need gear? Yeah, we need to redo your whole gear. So let's get you all new gear. So we go shop for gear that day. He orders me a new pair of chaps and then a white helmet because for some reason I wanted a white helmet.
Right. Yeah, that white helmet had to go.
Yeah. So got all that, and then he rents a studio space that day.
A studio.
We take headshots, which I'm pretty sure you still have.
I've got them. I'll pull them up in post.
Yeah, we had some cool headshots taken, and it was just really cool and a unique experience. And he was like, all right, send me your flight information that you need for this next event, and I'll meet you there. And then that's where the purple pants come in.
Oh, the purple pants.
Yeah.
How did he even get his hands on these? Were you just not helping him that much? You just said, hey, man, buy whatever you want.
He had another friend there, so I was helping both of them. I'm going back and forth. And the other friend he has there, he picks up this black vest, like a leather vest, and I was like, dude, don't wear that. It's like, it's not the move.
Is it too showy? Just
yeah,
too much?
It's like, if you want to fit in.
Right. So you gotta ease into it.
Yeah, you gotta ease into it.
Got it.
Yeah, like you can wear a black vest, but you gotta own that.
Okay.
Which
that's true.
He did end up getting it and keeping it, but I was trying to help both of them. Me and Ounce are running back and forth across the store, helping them.
Like you're getting a commission.
Yeah, like I'm getting a commission on this. And Max, he's the type of person, he knows his sizes. So
that he does. He never tries anything on.
Yeah, never tries anything on. So he goes up to the counter, pays for everything, goes to the dressing room, changes, and puts these what seem to be black pants on. And as soon as we walk outside, they were purple. Like they were shiny, metallic purple.
Who realized it first, you or him?
I did. I was like, dude, I told you.
You got purple pants?
I said, I told you to try them on, man. And they actually didn't fit him right. I don't know what the fit was. Like they fit him in the waist, but they were like skinny all the way down. Like it looked like he was wearing leggings.
No way they're going to get over the boot.
Yeah. They got over the boots, but barely. And then
yikes.
Finally got him to go back in there and got him a pair of pants that I had told him to get in the beginning.
They probably weren't Ariats.
Yeah, they weren't. I don't think they were at the time. Yeah, so that was before Ariat, right before Ariat.
Yeah.
And
so you got fitted, and this is all. Where are you guys at? Are you at the next event?
Yeah, we're at Salinas, California.
Okay,
like
cool.
The day of the event.
Oh, and he's like, I can't just show up looking like whatever he was looking like, Airplane Max.
Yeah, Airplane Max, wearing Adidas and everything else, tracksuit.
Yep.
And then and my cousin was also there too, Ouncey. So we get to the event, and he's like,
so hold on. So Max paid for you and Ouncey.
He paid our fees.
Your fees, right.
So Ouncey wasn't a part of the initial deal.
Right.
And so Ouncey had scraped up enough money to get his own flight out there.
Yeah.
And we get out there, and he was like, hey, man, you should talk to your agent, see if he'll help me. I mean, you should talk to Max, see if he'll help me out too. And I was like, hey, Max. I was like, man, I really don't want to ask this guy. Cause
that's uncomfortable. You just met him.
Yeah, he's already doing a lot for me, and I just met him.
Right.
And then he's like, well, we asked for me. I was like, hey, Max, my cousin wanted to know if you can help him with his fees. He's running a little low on money. He was like, yeah, how much the fees? I was like, I think they were $180. He was like, all right, $180 for both of y'all or one of y'all? $180 for both. He was like, all right, give us $180.
Yeah.
Then after that, I think Ouncey rides his first bull. He's like 81 points. And then I got on a bull, and to probably win the long round, I was like 7-9-4 on him. And I was like, dude. And then Ouncey falls off his short round bull. So he walks away with no money. He was too low in the long round to win any money. I was like, man, this guy's going to be like.
This is the first impression.
Yeah. He was like, these guys bucked off. Like, I'm done helping them. But that was the beauty in him not just being enjoying the sport. Like, he was like, nah, y'all did y'all's thing. Y'all came out here. Did y'all try? Did y'all have fun? Blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah. He was like, all right, cool. We rocking with y'all. And I was like, cool. And then ever since then, it's just been a whirlwind of thing after thing. And
man,
it's been great.
Over 3 years ago, right?
Over 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's
so crazy.
Getting old.
I know, man. I know. How do you think I feel? I'm getting old.
Yeah, I mean, then we met in St. Louis.
That's right. Year. And you know what you just told me the other day? Because I was prepping for the show. You said that was the first time you ever rode a bull on tour.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until the other day.
Yeah. And that was kind of a defining moment for my career. And I think that's it was pretty cool just because Mason had just passed away. They had made the Mason Lowe Memorial, and I was like, I'm going to ride a bull here because Mason was always like behind me, you know, and got it rode, and I was like, man, that was really cool.
That's incredible. And I didn't put that together at all.
Then the worst part about it is that's the same event I forgot my shirt at the hotel. Yeah. So I had to borrow Colton Jesse's shirt. And
you just really threw a whole bull ride together. Hey, I need your shirt. Give me your hat. I need a glove.
And then, because, I had just got picked up by Ariat. And, I'm like, they're gonna drop me because I don't
even have an Ariat shirt. I thought you guys were going to hook me up.
I had to call Susan. I was like, Susan, I'm so sorry, but, I left my shirt at the hotel. It's snowing right now because it was freezing cold there. It was
so cold.
I was like, I can't go back and get it. She's like, it's fine. Just make sure nobody has, if you find a shirt, make sure there's no other sponsor logos that would interfere with us. And I was like, cool.
So you found an Ariat only shirt?
No, it didn't have anything on it. It was just
a plain shirt.
Just plain Jane shirt.
Colton Jesse, shout out.
Colton Jesse.
Way to hook it up.
Yeah, I'll go check out his music, by the way. Yeah. We ought to get him on the show one time.
He could play he's nice.
Oh, yeah, he's nice. That's cool.
Colton, we're going to get you on.
Colton, when you're watching this.
Yeah. Just spam it to him. Hey, watch this episode. Please watch.
Just skip.
Can't you just ask me? No, you got to watch. Just go to this time.
Yeah, go to this time on the video.
So you get that road. Did you ride any other bulls that weekend?
No, that was the only one. But that was the first time I got to go to the short round. And I think we go to L.A. directly after that.
That was my first ever PBR event.
Yeah.
There was a couple firsts. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to L.A., Iron Cowboy.
Max pulls up in a Lambo.
Y'all got to both. I got to ride in it. You got to ride in it.
It was pretty cool.
When he pulled up to Staples Center and took his cowboy hat off, people were so confused at what was happening. Like,
who is this guy?
It's this guy. He makes money, I guess, because he's in a Lamborghini. He had, the Max look, the jeans with the boots, the suit coat. I think he had an Ariat shirt. He had his agent tag by then. Yeah. And he had the cowboy hat. I mean, dude was looking.
He looked legit.
He did look legit. He looked like your agent for real.
I mean, yeah, he did. He showed out too. But that was super cool.
And that was L.A.
Man.
I can't wait to go back.
After that, a few weeks after that, that's when I went to Duluth, and that was the first time I rode a bull in the championship round.
Yep.
Finished second to Jose.
Man, Jose, not really mad. You're just good.
You're an alien, Jose.
Look, man, you're too
alien
good.
In a good way.
You're just too good.
You're too good.
You're too good, all right?
Save some winning for the rest of us.
Because our joke was for a while, we're like, oh man, the Zeke killer.
Yeah, because
Zeke could be doing good, and we'd be like, wait, Jose's still got a ride.
Every event that I've went in, either winning first or about to win, Jose has took it from me. But man. I mean, it's the nature of the game. It's a judge sport, and if Jose gets on anything and they buck any kind of hard, they're going to mark him through the roof just because his style and the electricity he brings to the sport. There's none other.
It's no fun going up against not the best. You want to go up against the best guys.
Exactly, and that's why I said I got to win a world title before Jose is done riding bulls. As bad as I would like to say, Jose, just leave it alone so we can win. But if I can't beat him and guys like him and Cooper Davis and all these great guys that are riding right now, I don't know if I'd be able to live with myself if I just won it on an easy year.
Dude, I respect that.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that, hopefully.
So, that was episode 2. We finally got it done. We had technical difficulties. Episode 3.
We're going to do a Q&A.
Yes, we are.
Let's do a Q&A.
Instagram, be ready. We're going to drop some questions, and we're going to answer them
on the show. So if you want your questions answered, if you got anything to ask me, we can do that. But for now, it's closing time here at the Chute Club. So God bless. Love all y'all. No sweat. We out. I can ride that bull for hours, and my boots can't walk a mile.